Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talbach 2K23. It is still December. We are making our way. Trying to figure this map out with all of its crazy productions. Rev, yeah, I don't think a lot of people are doing much on this map. It's not the typical style of map that English-speaking creators will put much time into, sadly. Same with Hofbergman. It is a much underappreciated map when it comes to English creators. I think the map is fabulous. I think this map is fabulous. I think Hofbergman is fabulous. And I feel they both should get more love than they do. Donald, that was a small cat. You should know that. You should know that. Right now we're just watering our orange trees and our apple trees. So let's go ahead and dress the top banner here. We are working together with No Kid Hungry again. This will be our third year in working with them. They are a American-based charity who strives to end child hunger here in the States, here in the U.S. So oftentimes we focus about hunger and other things in other countries, and we don't take care of ourselves. Well, that's what this charity is looking to do. For every dollar donated, you help put together 10 meals for children around the country. So we're going to be doing that tonight. We've got links to their charity down in the description. There's also links to donate and to the campaign page. We're going to be giving away 2 Steam keys to Farming Simulator 22 Premium Edition at the conclusion of this week. So we live stream it today for No Kid Hungry, and on Friday we are going to be partnering up with No Kid Hungry and Giant Software, participating in a live stream over at the Giants Twitch channel. I think we're doing Bale stacking again, but I don't know too much of the details, other than it'll be Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time or 9 p.m. Eastern. And it'll be on the Giants Twitch channel. So twitch.com/GiantSoftware. I'll post more information as I have that in the community tab over on YouTube. So, full-size cat. Now, where's the kitten at? And baby cat. As I was saying, I'll be giving away two copies of Farming Simulator 22 Premium Edition Steam keys toward the end of the week, after the Giants live stream over on Twitch. There'll be a random drawing with 2 of the 2 donors will receive those Steam keys for the charity. Rabbit Rob, thank you for 33 months of membership to the channel. As Farm King, speaking of Farm King, This video is brought to you by Greg Musin and Alan McCone. Thank you for being farm barons. Farm barons, farm kings, all are membership levels in the channel. Find out more by clicking on the join button down in the description. Alright, we got them taken care of. We got those taken care of. Yeah, we'll just strap that down. No, we don't get points for niceties. Chicken, nope, no more pallets of juice. But we do have boxes of butter we need to pick up. Parquet margarine butter. What's the Parquet butter commercial? I don't remember anymore. A rare Latin breed of cat. Nice. Latin cats. Maybe they can do a nice little dance for us. Here we go. We have lots of cases of butter. Just like Hofbergman, this map is very manual, moving things around by hand. Yeah, I like the custom traffic. We saw the other day that the traffic even has some pickups that are actually hauling custom products that this map is able to produce. So we don't just have custom Volvos and telehandlers running around. But we also have custom pickup trucks with loads of juice in them. Alright, butter. Where can I take my butter? I can't believe this is not butter. The mountain. Oh yeah. The village shoppe. That's where we're going next. And then we have traffic lights. And the traffic obeys the traffic lights. No, don't you know all cats have big heads? It's because they know that they are superior to their underlings, the dog. Another interesting article I read today, I posted it over in the Discord, related to gaming consoles. There was a editor at a gaming, I guess, website that ranked the 8 generations. Nice. $1,800. He ranked the 8 generations of consoles, basically in order from worst generation to best generation. It's quite an interesting list. And just so that everyone's up to speed, the current generation is the 9th generation. So the current PS5, Xbox X, they are the 9th generation, and they don't count. Or should I say, they don't factor into the rating because, well, their generation is still going. Oh no, a case of butter is still remaining. So I've seen some videos related to cats and their reflexes and snakes. And the videos basically say that the average cat's reflex time is about half that of a snake's. So basically, like, cat's like looking at a snake all curious, like, what are you doing? You know, like pawing at it, sniffing it. And then the cat, you know, the snake goes and strikes at the cat. And there's like videos of the cat just like batting the snake's head away, like, get out of here. What do you even think you're doing? Or a cat jumping out of the way. Right? That's pretty funny. Pretty fun to watch. Alright, we said we were going to dry some grain tonight. Did we not? I think we did. Where'd that tractor go? It was right here. Who stole my tractor? I left it, I swear, right here. Where did it go? Oh, wait, no. I had it hooked up to the little tanker. Where did I leave it? I left it over here because I was getting water. Okay, so I was a little forgetful. Nobody stole it. Alright, calm down. Calm down. It was exactly in the last place I looked, okay? Exactly where I left it. So while this is running, let me Let me pull up this article. Console generations. Stop it. Okay, here we go. All right, we got that pulled up. Okay, so let's first identify the different generations. Okay. And then I'll let you rank them in your list. Some of these probably you've never even heard before. Let's just give me a momento. Okay, so Gen 1 consoles. And then the examples they gave was a Magnavox Odyssey. Never heard of it. Coleco Telstar and Home Pong. Okay, so these would be... Home Pong is more akin to like a home electronic device that you hook up to your TV that plays like one game, Pong, or various versions of the same game, Pong, or let's imagine something like that, okay? So that's Gen 1. Gen 2 devices, I don't even know why I didn't just copy and paste this. You know, that would be smarter. FK. Gen 2 devices include Atari 2600, the Intellivision, ColecoVision, etc. Third generation, and this is maybe where most folks are going to step in, includes the original NES, the Sega Master System, and the Atari 7800. Now, the fourth gen systems include the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, and the Nintendo Game Boy. Okay. Now, the fifth generation. How old are you? This will define your age. Gen 5 is the Nintendo 64, the original PlayStation, and Sega Saturn. The sixth generation 6 would of course then be the follow-on to all of those consoles. Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo GameCube, the original, the OG Xbox, and the Sony PlayStation Deuce. The seventh gen, okay, are going to be Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Nintendo Wii, and the Nintendo DS. The eighth generation, Generation 8. Not to be confused with Generation X. Gen 8. Well, that is the last gen. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo U. Okay? Nintendo U. Now, I'll let you all churn on that list. Gen 9 would be the current gen. Okay? Gen 9 is not in this list. Just 1 through 8. I'll let you churn through that list. Think about all those consoles. Rank them in order. Worst generation to best generation. Think about gameplay. Think about innovation or lack thereof. Now, of course, it's not so fair to compare the PlayStation 4 to the original NES with respect to graphics quality. But like I said, just think about gameplay. the fun factor, if you will. And we'll come back and we'll talk about this editor's choices in ranking here in a little bit. Oh, Turkey, who else did they kill today? I know they took down Yuzu and Citra. Yuzu was a Switch emulator and Citra was a 3DS emulator. Kerry Mullins, thank you very much, sir, for the $100 donation. I did not catch the $25 donation that happened before the live stream. Thank you. Thank you very much. You said that is going to go help feed children in the United States. So oftentimes we think about hunger in other countries, yet our own kids right down the street are left hungry. All right, let's go over to our grain dryer. I will admit the clapping freaked me out there for a little bit. Okay, those of you that are not familiar with the grain dryer, we have to get into our auger here. This is a modded variant of the base game auger. And the modded variant actually has your character walking around. Pretty cool. It's just walking through the weeds. Alright, we made our corner. We have to... There we go. Back up. There we go. To crank our top cover open. We've already filled this with methane. So the auger is available over at lsfmmods.com as its own download. All right, so we're putting our grain in our dryer here. And we just let her run for a while. Good morning, David. Good morning. CFL, because you would be an absolute fool to give out your real name on the internet. That's why no one's going to ask you for your real name. I didn't say I was going to ask for it. I said that's why I'm not going to ask for it. And it's glad that you're a grain farmer. I was a farmer 30 plus years ago. Not anymore. All right, let's sell some canola. We're going to the Bawa. What's in town? Oh, talking about custom traffic. That was the custom pick-em-up truck that had the apple and orange juice products. Crop icons look different because they're custom crop icons. Same as why the hotspot icons are different. Oh, wired mesh. Nice. So I use the Eero routers. E-E-R-O. Well, there's a mod for just about everything. But this is not a mod. This is built into the map. And they're wireless back to the main router. They just plug into an outlet for power and just hang off the outlet. Yeah, if you already got the cable, right? Alright, catch you later, CFL. Oh, that's good to our bank account. Because we got a big loan we got to make monthly payments on. Yeah. This is the right way. I thought I was missing a turn. I've got a David. I got a 2.5 gig, an 8-port 2.5 gig switch coming. Since a couple of those mini PCs I have have 2.5 gig NICs. They also have wireless built in, but they got 2.5 gig NICs. And one of them I'm going to use for streaming and recording capture. So I've got to put a 2.5 gig NIC into this PC that I use for streaming and gameplay now. And then I'll be able to build out a little 2.5 gig network here in the room. Two and a half gig stuff is coming down a lot in price over the last couple of years. Let's go with sunflowers. Okay, let's talk. Let's get back to our article on consoles. Here's the article so everyone can go along. Boom. Every video game console generation ranked from worst to best. In 8th place, and sure to spark tons of debate, we have the first generation of consoles are ranked the worst. And that is because, well, they were pretty limited in gameplay. I have no idea what the song was, but it's all from Stream Beats. They're all Stream Beats songs. Ranked number 7 is the second generation. I had an Intellivision at the house. A really interesting console. It used paddles. Paddles, not like joysticks, but it had wired paddles that had a number pad above it, and the games would come with little inserts, and you would insert it into this number pad area, and it would basically have an overlay of the various buttons that you could use, and you moved your character with the paddle. Second generation, ranked 7. Third is burn. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo U. So he goes on to explain that his reasoning behind this is less on these consoles and more on game devs and the toys that they, or the games that they have played, not so much the games that they built, but the games that they have played with respect to microtransactions and other less popular things. Of course, COVID did play a little bit into this, and the fact that the 8th gen consoles kind of dragged on a bit longer than maybe they should as a result of supply shortages and other things. It is kind of an interesting read. 5th generation, or 5th, are the 3rd generation consoles. Here they talked about a lot of gameplay, tons of games for the NES and Sega Master System. The follow-on, the Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, not the follow-on to those, but 5th generation, follow-on to what's coming next, actually, being ranked 4th. 4th generation, we had at the house, I had a Genesis. Played a lot of Super Nintendo in college. Played some N64 in college as well. And PlayStation 1 in college. 7th generation, the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Nintendo Wii, and the DS is ranked 2nd. 7th generation ranked 2nd. And drumroll, please. The best generation is the 6th generation with the Nintendo GameCube, the OG Xbox, and the PlayStation Deuce. PlayStation 2. So an interesting read. Suggest you go check that out. I think there might be also a video tied to that here as well, although I haven't really looked into that at all. I thought it'd be fun to do a little talk about that during our stream today. See what you all think on that ranking. So the PlayStation 2, according to the article, was the distinctive best-selling console ever, and apparently it's the best-selling console ever by an extremely large margin. So the author of the article kind of said that he probably thinks it will be the best-selling console ever because maybe it's still such a wide margin. I think so, maybe. Did it have Blu-ray in it? I think also that generation, not just PlayStation 2, but that generation also had, I think, kind of the inception of some major gaming franchises that we are still seeing and reaping gameplay from to date, right? So remember, it's not all about the hardware. It's also about the games that came out for that generation. Gameplay styles, the introduction of maybe more widespread multiplayer, things like that. I think the PlayStation 3 did Blu-ray. I think like the OG Xbox, I think that sold a lot for its DVD drive. Sorry about that. Yeah, the OG Xbox had Halo. I don't know when Call of Duty came in. Halo from Bungie. Knights of the Old Republic and things like that. So I didn't play a lot of PlayStation, but a hallmate of mine in college and later became a housemate of mine post-college, he had a PlayStation, and I would just watch him play. I don't know how many hours would be spent at night. Just he plays and I watch. We did 2-player Diablo on the PlayStation. I do remember playing Diablo on the PlayStation. And that was, you know, Diablo was like, everything was just doubled. Right? From single player to multiplayer, it's just all the zombies and skeletons and goblins and whatever they are. They were all just doubled. But yeah, go check the article out, because while we might be PC players today, we all probably started cutting our teeth with a console at some point. Where's my grain dryer? I wanna dry my grain. Where is it at? There it is. Let's fill this bad boy up. Jim, you're rather new then to the gaming, but yeah, see, PlayStation 4. So that's why the 9th generation really aren't in the list, because their story's not been told. It's still being told, right? It's still being written. Oh, you're not a noob. Plus, we were all noobs one time. Keys to always remember that. Today, also, Giants announced they are going to be at PAX East in 2 weeks. I will also be at PAX East with the kid. Looking forward to that. Not too close. Hoping to bring you some more PAX coverage this year. I tell you what, Tuki, there's videos out there that explain the tech behind the light gun. Really, really cool, amazing how that all worked. But basically, it doesn't work with LCDs. Basically, requires a tube for the light gun thing to work. Oh, we can't move this yet because we're unloading our wheat. There we go. We got 143 liters of dried grain. All right, so we'll just let that roll. Oh, I love this torch. There are devices, Tuki, you can get to basically go between the console and the old consoles and the flat panels that is intended to give you a more authentic CRT look and feel. All right, I want to take this to my whole meal. I don't want to go to the whole meal one. We don't want to do pigs yet. Flour. Let's go up there and see. Maybe it's like the dairy. I was playing some Super Mario Kart the other day. It's still pretty good. Visually, no. They don't line up, right? For the Super NES. Yeah, if you're playing it for visual, then of course not. But you know, there's that's not. Is that the one I want? I think that's grain meal. I think that's flour. Well, okay, so that's that bag. Looks like this bag. So let's go with this one. Let's just dump it. Dump it and see what happens. Oh, stop, stop. Jeez. Stop. Flour. Good. Activation. All right. But from a gameplay standpoint, I think some of those old games sometimes take the cake. You know, as a guy who's in his 5th decade of life here, a controller with, you know, 15 different buttons, it gets a little confusing. It gets really confusing. There's something to be said about a game that uses like 3 buttons. Realm of Chaos. Good evening, sir. Good evening. I was out Tona Gaming. Gave the $25. See that now listed there on the overlay. Java mugged. Hope you enjoy that heavy equipment bundle. I've got the side panel that's part of that bundle. I end up using the side panel more for the joystick, which I use most often to look around, because it does offer a much smoother option. What did I just drive? Oh my gosh. Oh. Oops. Out of the frying pan into the fire, that's what they say. Yeah, it's much smoother than this, right? Oh, Carrie, we don't keep track around here. It's also great for ATS. I use it in ATS a lot. Again, for looking around, and I use some buttons to do stuff in ATS as well. Yeah, American Truck Sim will make use of the side panel. It sees it as basically a button box. All right, while we're down here, let's go over here to our juicer, because we have some residue to pick up and drop off at the BGA, I think. And if they don't take it, then we'll put it in our composter. Don't mind me, I'm just reversing a dolly trailer. Trying to not back up straight into a pole. There we go. We are collecting residue. Organic waste is what we are collecting. Now the BGA accepts fermentation substrate. I don't think it's going to take it. But we'll try. We'll try. Yep, game chat is a overlay in OBS. I don't actually see it on screen. It's added at the OBS level and then encoded and sent up to YouTube. Same with our donation overlay. That is added at the OBS level. And all the other wonderful effects that we do, like our lower thirds. Oh, it will take it. Okay, good. Oh, you're still unloading that? Alright. Let's go move some silage over here. My dash? What do you mean dash? No, it's streaming 1440p. But if you're talking about the, like, the speed, the speedometer, everything in the lower right, if that's what you're talking about. or my map, how little of that it takes up. It's because I have the game UI set to 70%. So at the main, go to the main menu of the game, and then go to options, and then I think display options. One of those options is game UI or game overlay. Turn it down to 70%. Eugene, thank you for the $10 donation to our No Kid Hungry charity live stream drive. You are now entered to win one of 2 Farming Simulator 22 Premium Edition Steam keys. So yeah, set that to whatever you want. Right? I like 70%. I feel that for me and for my gameplay resolution of 1440p, I feel that it's there, but it's out of the way. Right? With the charity event that's going on Friday, which is tied with in conjunction with Giants Software, Giants has provided 2 Steam keys for Farming Simulator 22 Premium Edition, and we're going to be giving away those Steam keys to two of the folks who have donated in the charity here. So we're going to leave this campaign open tonight through Friday night. Friday night we're going to be streaming on the Giants Twitch channel in conjunction with several other creators for a No Kid Hungry charity event. I think we're going to do bale stacking. I think. Maybe something else. And then at the end of that stream, which I will probably also stream on this channel, then we will be giving away 2 Steam keys to Farming Simulator 22 Premium Edition. And if you already have the game, you can give it away. Give it to a friend. You can use the Premium Edition, which includes all the DLC of Year 1 and Year 2. Right, so you could get the Premium Edition just for the sake of getting all the DLC that you don't have. So right now your odds are good. You're 1 of 3. But yeah, I was doing some with respect to the game UI. I was doing some testing at 1080p, and man, oh man, like you bring up the mini map, and that thing takes up half your screen, right? And your speedometer and all that's like a quarter of the screen. It's like so much. You put the F1 menu up, and it's like a huge chunk of your screen. I couldn't imagine playing with all that real estate taken up by the UI. So that's why I play at 70%. And if you play at 1080p, then maybe you make it 50. Right? See how much more silage we have here. Our feed mixer. Maybe we can go top it off. Wow, we're going through a ton of silage. Not a lot of hay or straw in this TMR mixer. I don't know. Synthetic benchmarks are an interesting beast. Well, for one thing, it's focusing on a lot of the benchmark is focusing on the GPU. So at 1080p, it's a lot easier to feed the GPU at 1080p than it is at 1440p. Or maybe not a lot easier. Basically, I have that backwards. Basically, your CPU is used more at 1080p than 1440p. So it may just be that that particular benchmark wasn't really stressing the GPU that much, and any score differences are a result of how fast the CPU could feed the GPU. Dozer, thank you for your $10 donation to the No Kid Hungry charity drive. Would you get out of the way, taxi? I swear. Anonymous, thank you for the $25 donation. Anonymous, while we don't know who you are, we very much appreciate your gift. The $25 will help create 250 meals for children all throughout the country. Our country, North America, the United States, which I really like this charity for that fact. So oftentimes we focus, like I said earlier, on other countries and their problems, but darn it, we got problems too, and sometimes we need to take care of our own. And that's what No Kid Hungry is doing. Striving that no child should be hungry. Oops, this way. This way. So oftentimes, the only good meal that a kid gets is the meal that they get at lunch at school, because they don't have good, stable food supply at home. And that's where No Kid Hungry comes in. And we do not need to unload through the little gate. That'll take us all night. There we go. There we go. All right, let's head back. We're bringing our last load down here. Genetic J, thank you very much, sir, for your $25 donation. Much appreciated. Again, if you want to learn more about the charity, I've got a link to the charity homepage down below. $72, that's nice. That's really good. Paul, thank you for being a farm hand for 9 months. Very appreciative of that. Let's squeeze through here. All right, while that's unloading, let's come over here and check our apples and our oranges. I don't know how we're getting oranges in December, but okay, we'll go with it. Are we out? Nope. Oh, we're full, okay. And then who wants to go down and make some pellets? I feel like going down and making some pellets today. We set everything up a couple months ago, but then never had time to go down there. I don't think I've seen Jalen for a while. But back to PAX East, if you all can make it up to Boston, March 21 through 24, Thursday through Sunday, you visit the booth, Giant Software, get a little game time on Premium Edition, hang out with myself, Farmer Cop's going to be there. DJ Goham's going to be there, as well as Clutch Simulations. Those are all confirmed. Jabbo, he's over on Twitch. He said he was going to be there too. So, I know Boston is not necessarily easily located for everyone. If you do come, there is going to be, you will need to get a day pass. So that's something to also look into. I'll be there with my son. We'll be enjoying both the show and the booth, Giant Software booth. No, Farmer Cop was at PAX last year. I think he runs on caffeine. It's a little concerning, quite frankly. Yeah, last year we would meet for breakfast. He would give himself a big old thing of coffee. And then we would walk to the expedition hall. And that coffee would be gone, and he'd grab another giant cup of coffee. Like 24-ounce coffee. Right? Not like a little one. Like a big mug. Like a big cup. I was like, how much of that are you going to be drinking throughout the day, dude? All that caffeine gives you the jitters. Alright, let's, oh, you know what we need to do? I was going to switch the weight to the rear and get my forks to feed the pellet press, but I need this tractor's PTO to run the pellet press. I need to get something else to load these bales up. I don't touch the stuff. So, caffeine is the most addictive substance on the planet. Okay. So, what's on sale? Nothing useful. Not a darn thing. Oh, they don't match. Coolars don't match. And if we sneeze, we are now teleported to where we need to be. Where is the... There we go. Oh! Well, I guess that's where they spawn. Yeah, my sounds are messed up. I don't have any great sound effects right now. Back up. Back up the truck, Chuck. Let's speed this up a little bit, please. Haladash Farmer, you get points by chatting, participating, hanging out, gambling, going on adventures. Or sometimes having a benevolent stream watcher gift you some points. Oh, it didn't work. Why not? I mean, I think that should have worked. Maybe it was a hit and run. Maybe you left. Try to give points to Dwayne, see what happens. First pallet, and of course I don't have the right forks to move pallets. The other day I maxed out my internet connection by, I was installing a Steam game, one off of Epic, one off of GOG, and one off of Amazon, maybe. I don't know. I had a whole bunch of installs going. Oh, I guess I need to move this out of the way. Oh no, that came with the map. So that came with the map. Talbach. Something von Lod. Oh, I don't want to be in that. I should go back in. See where molasses and water is. Would you get in this? Alright, Hellhawk, catch you later. Well, we're gonna need to move that. Because that other pallet, it didn't recognize that other pallet was moved. I don't really know what will happen with that top bale if I leave it there. For all I know, it might cause things to just go crazy and explode. David Korn, thank you. Thank you very much for the $25 donation to No Kid Hungry. We're well on our way of meeting our goal tonight. of 250 bucks for a very good cause, in my opinion. There we go. There we go. There's one way to find out for sure. And we'll do that later. Eat. There you go. Oh, let's not do free. Oh, we're full. Somehow we slid forward. But for those that aren't aware, this facility was pre-placed on the map along with the Bale storage building. One more. You still need the mod, yes. You still need straw harvest, but you don't have to place it. That building comes, and then this is modified to store like 1,000 bales. Kind of wish this came like this in straw harvest. Quite frankly. I think it would have been a good add-on that made a 22 customization. Am I out of molasses? Why did we turn off? Hopper full? No. don't know. Oh, I broke it, huh? Who wants to make some money? Oh, let's go. Let's go down to Doobie Walkers. No. Around to the animal dealer. Are you serious? No, we need to turn around. The animal dealer is south of town. Dog and Suds, what's that? Car wash. Do they sell wieners? Wieners in a car wash? Welcome to the animal dealer. Oh, is it inside? I think it is. Do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do. There it is. There it is. Oh, okay. So let's see if it's still buggered up. A 1 hour wait, it better be some darn good food. For an hour wait. Yeah, I guess I filled up the hoppers. No, 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 no. There we are. Good. Yeah, we had a, we used to have an A&W slash Long John Silver's here in town. But the, well, the Long John Silver's part, obviously, keeping to that franchise's food quality, was greasy as all get out. The whole place caught fire, grease fire, they tore it down. They rebuilt a new Long John Silver's in its place. No A&W. Complete travesty, if you ask me. Well, when they finally reopened that Long John's, I swear for like a month or a month and a half, there were cars lined up not only around the building, but down the block in order to get greasy Long John Silver's, cheap fish, and chicken. And, I mean, I have no idea why people would wait that long to get that type of food. Are we full again? Is that what you're telling me here? Or am I finally out of molasses? No, not out of molasses. Back to fill that back up. I don't know, maybe the production on this thing has been dialed down. Because typically you can run this thing for quite a long time before you fill up both the hopper and the pellet press. But yeah, it caught fire, as you know. Long John Silver's is always so greasy. Yeah, hot dog water is too new. Walk up only? Is this at the Dog and Suds? Yeah, I feel that the production of this thing has been dialed way down. Alright, let's go. Chubby chicken. What's a chubby chicken's breakfast? I mean, the old A&W had root beer on tap, right? You could get a frosted mug. Well, it's not hard to be better than Burger King, in my opinion. The only burger-friendly product available. Papa Burger. What's the Papa Burger? Or is that A&W? The Mazda Burger? Oh, the chicken bites. Oh, are you kidding me? I think KFC's going downhill too, myself. Well, these roads aren't very wide. And we are driving at a pretty quick pace. Special Mazda sauce. Oh, I didn't start the dumb thing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Burger King myself. Yeah, I kind of like Wendy's. I like Wendy's. I like that I can get chili instead of fries or a baked potato. Although I usually forget. There aren't too many. There aren't too many, Jonathan. At least not where I am anymore. It's the sit-down pizza restaurant really doesn't exist anymore. Seems like the only pizza people are interested in is the one of delivery or pickup. Yeah, I remember growing up going to a Pizza Hut. You know, sit down pizza restaurant. I feel like it had a buffet too. But that may be the golden eyes of nostalgia, remembering that. I just like their crusty pan crust. Growing up. I don't feel like any of the other pizza places really has that crust going on for it. You know, salad for the mom and pizza for everyone else. Yeah, it's a perfect perfect mix. I've never had a Panda Express. I talked about going to Panda Express once, but the wife was with me. She's like, no, she went one time and she said it wasn't very good. Darn taxi cabs. Oh, we missed our stop. I have not heard, Carrie, heard of this Pooh Hut. How about I think they're called Brazilian barbecues, where they bring the meat to the table on big skewers. And they cut the meat off the skewer on your plate. All types of different kinds of meat. Yeah, I don't know where I was when I went to one of those for the first time. It's like all you can eat meat place. They just keep bringing out different types of meat. Oh, by far Indian, yeah. No, not all Indian is hot, but yes. Indian can be quite hot. Alright, so we wanted to know what happens if you, if you double stack it and leave it, and that's what we're going to end on. Let's see what happens. Oh, of course it fills up. So now we have to wait. How fun and exciting this experiment has become. We can sit and watch the awesome animations of the palletizer. Thank you, Carrie, for the 29 months of Farm Baron membership. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm just waiting for this dumb thing to empty. Oh, you're so slowly. We made 14 pallets so far. Make another pallet. Oh, come on. Thank you, Dwayne, for 29 months of Farm Baron membership as well. Oh, the world wants to know what happens. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go now. Donald with his 15-month Farm Baron membership. He's still new at Farm Sim. Chaser, 32 months Farm Boss membership, and it is, look, it is showing it off. I tell you, this is risque. Risque collisions. Man, oh man, we are taking our life in our own hands with this. I don't think this is going to work out so far. Nope. Nope. That's all something of jacked up. There we go. Alright, now we know what happens. I'm gonna finish processing our straw. We got some hay bales in there we'll get to at some point in time. We'll move it into another month. And we'll see where we are. So Friday night we will not, or at least I will not, be doing our Friday night Wreckfest, because Friday night we're going to be participating in a special live stream over at Giants' Twitch channel. Again, for the No Kid Hungry charity. Myself as well as other creators. I do not know who those other creators will be. But they will all be here to support the No Kid Hungry charity. I'll probably be live streaming that also on this channel, as well as, again, it's going to be hosted over at the Giants Twitch channel. So be sure to tune into both of those in order to keep up with the action. And until next time, happy farming.